The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. And with...
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. George against Powell. Shot clock at 6. Out to Ibaka from outside the arc. And Jones pulls it down. And here's Portland. Pass to Covington. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And it's Leonard missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's George. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Dishes to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. Ibaka.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
And here's Portland. Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Stolen by Beverley.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Beverley against Lillard. Passes to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Powell. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard from outside. It's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Excellent D there from George.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Good route there from Beverley in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
Lillard against Beverley. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Nurkic. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Covington with the steal. Lillard outside. Ibaka with some nice D.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Beverley finds Morris. Outside, George. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. George has got 5.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
Lillard from outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Stolen by Beverley. Covington with the steal. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. It's stolen by Morris. Over in the corner, Beverly. Outside, Leonard. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Jones. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Launches a three. Left side, Leonard. Covington with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Leonard. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back.
I look to the times where things are.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland. They've got Collins, also Anthony out there. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. And now the Clippers on the break. Goes up from the top of the key. Can't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And it's McCollum off the drive. And it's good, 2 points. McCollum's got his second basket of the game. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Collins passes to Simons. That one off the back iron and out. The Clippers trail. Pass to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. The three-pointer is right on target.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Kennard against McCollum. Out to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got his first points in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. And a miss there on the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact. on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
1:52 left here in the second. Passes it to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Floats it up for Cousins. The shot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Now here's Jackson. He's tightly guarded. Count that one. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Outside Anthony. 54 seconds left to play here in the half. Can't hit from 12. Clippers trail by 3. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3-ball. Kennard's got 6 points.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And a wide open look for McCollum, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3, and Cancer pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter, over 60% shooting. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. The 19-foot shot. The 3 from McCollum sinks the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Here's Jackson from deep. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period as it... And...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. And it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Leonard, no luck.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Jones kicks to Powell. Feeds to Jones. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Patrick Beverly is going to come at you every night. Just an inspiring player that way, and daring the defense to get physical with him on that play.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Ibaka. This is to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. Powell with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Covington passes to Lillard. Nurkic dishes to Powell. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Kept alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
George looking around. And George with the stuff.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And that one's good, Lillard.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better? That's the kind of leader you can get behind. Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Powell against George. Morris passes to George. Covington with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Incredible. Part of the reason Covington is so valued is because of that two-way ability.
The pass to Beverly. Back to George. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 10 points.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
That's to Nurkic. Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard kicks to Jones. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Clippers with the ball. 59 seconds left in the third. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell dishes to Nurkic. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And it's an 8-point Portland lead.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Outside Leonard.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range.
So fun watching Patrick Beverly just get after it and alter shots. How much energy he plays with.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
The defense has to be besides them.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Shots good by Kennard.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Portland leading by 7. Here's Simons. Now the dish to McCollum. Collins wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Kennard. Now Batum. Back to Kennard. Left side, Batum. 5 to shoot. Floats it up for Cousins. Oh, trying for it. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Outside Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Collins kicks to McCullough. From outside, off the mark. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. Kennard goes to the reverse layup and traps it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Cullen passes to Cannon. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Passes it to Simons. Back to McCollum. From about 16. Rebound by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Cuts off the pass. Here's Jackson. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
There's the pass to Simons. Six on the shot clock. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. It's George on the wing. 5 on the clock. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dishes it to Lillard. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Covington. Pass to Nurkic. Over George. That misses off the backboard. Clippers trail by 8. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. Finished off the break.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. 1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Powell, no one around him. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Got to put a body on there. Just too big down low.
George from deep three-point land. No good on the triple. Lillard against Morris. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. 4 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. George with no one around. They get it again. Here's Leonard. Jacks up a 3. George, no good. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Back to Jones. This one for 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. The Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there, Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the five. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the two spot. Here's Gordon. Jokic kicks to Murray. Offline with his three. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard, no luck.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here's Jokic. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Fader on the way. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Martin with the rebound.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Now, here is George. Back to Morris. Passes it to George. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in 2008. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
Now here's Murray. Over Beverly. And again, Denver no good. The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Oh, Morris in position. Beverly finds Morris. Outside Leonard. And that one, good.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Jokic. Back to Murray. Takes a 3. Barton against George. Barton kicks to Jokic over Ibaka. Misses off the left iron. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard, the dish to Ibaka. Porter against Leonard. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And here's the fast break. Ibaka finds George. The 3. Beverly, the pass to George. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 5 now.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Murray. Will it go? And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jokic has got his second basket.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. That one drops for him.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Murray for 3. That shot off. Up in time. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Bull. And it's Millsap in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
2 points. That one goes.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Morris outside. And there's the feed to McGee. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Clock at 4. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Rivers kicks the Bull. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. It's hauled in by the Clippers. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jackson against Morris. Jackson drives in, floats it up for Cousins, and stolen by Bull. Here's Rivers, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
And it's Cousins, that time on the assist from Jackson. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Now the pass to Kennard. Zubats against McGee. Here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really hard to deal with the size Cousins has when he's down there. Defense sometimes has no choice but to commit the foul.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Jackson against Morris. Takes the 3. Cousins pulls it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They grab their own miss. Floats it up for Cousins. It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now, here's Kennard. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Here's the 3. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Rivers in the corner. Bull with it. Cousins is there. Morris dishes to Millsap. From past the arc. But they recover it. Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Zubats the pass to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. Here's Kennard. From deep three-point range. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Gordon inside. DeMarcus Cousins.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are in blowout territory. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Cousins getting it done.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Nice seeing Gordon get it done over some pretty tight, stingy defense there, showing just how confident he is in the post.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Now Porter, Paul George missing from long range. Back to Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Now you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
George looking over the floor. Up top, Ibaka. The layup off target. The Nuggets trail by 14, and they go to the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. 90 seconds now into the second half. Murray kicks to Jokic. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly the pass to George. Count the basket. George has got 9 points.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Now here's Murray. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. At the elbow, Jokic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Beverly. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
Here's Gordon. Shooting foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Beverly following the score by Jamal Murray. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And stolen by Gordon. Jokic kicks to Murray. Puts one up from 19. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Clippers leading by 13. Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's George. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Beverly with the ball. Pass to George. And the wide open shot from Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Morris has got his second bucket. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's good.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
George finds Leonard. Beverly for 3. Missed.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Bowl. Morris is out there with Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Millsap in at the 3 spot. Here's Jackson after Austin Rivers score. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Outside, Batum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Boy, I like the aggression from Batum, getting in there and forcing the defense's hand.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Morris into the lane, and that one drops.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Jackson passes to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Batum. That one's not going to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Morris finds Millsap. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Rivers against Kennard. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And the free throw, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Kennard. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Morris dishes to Rivers. Morris inside. Jackson on him. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Rivers against Kennard. Floats it up for Cousins. The shot comes out. The Nuggets trail by 11. To the paint. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Zubac. The drive by Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Boy, he gets ahead of steam like that. He is a terror to behold. Cousins getting it done.
Morris inside. Defended by Batum. And they're able to recover. Second chance shot. And it's McGee with the jam.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jackson against Morris. Here's Cousins. Zubac kicks to Kennard. That one falls. Kennard's got 4 this quarter. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Jackson against Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First one falls for him. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Good on both. Los Angeles leading by 11. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George launches it. Offensive rebound.
Oh, great job there, tracking down the long rebound, and the clock will continue to run.
Jokic grabs the miss. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Down low, here's Gordon. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The tray. Denver grabs the miss. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And that one is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Beverly looking around. The three from George. And it's George again missing. Here's Dozier. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for And as things...
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum has talked about the bond between...
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. Now here's Powell. A 3-ball. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers, taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Jones finds Powell. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Barton. Fires the 3. He's off on that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Jones kicks to Nurkic. Over in the corner, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Murray against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. He kicks it to Covington. Nails the wide open jump shot. Covington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive as shooting right off the pass.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. The 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jones dishes to Nurkic. Back to Jones. Pass to Covington. Doubled by Murray. Lillard with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 6. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Covington with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray outside. Right side, Gordon. Back to Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Powell, the pass to Jones. Inside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Martin from outside. The putback. And Porter putting it right back in.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Here's Lillard. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
It's Porter outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
We've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jokic has got 6.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Just 5 to shoot. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good defense by Jokic.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Tries again, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing him on the interior.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Denver shooting their first free throw this game. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from 3-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Here's Simons.
Love the determination by Murray on defense. Really doing his best to pester these shooters.
Porter looking it over. Denver the rebound. Jokic passes to Gordon. Porter kicks to Murray. From deep. The Nuggets with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shot by Collins, no good. Denver in the lead. Puts up a 3. And Barton gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. Barton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. That one goes in.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Denver.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Morris outside. Fires from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Simons. And he banks in the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And McGee kicks to Morris from downtown. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. A nice shot by Simons.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Rivers against McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And so he makes both from the line.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. The pass to Simons. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Stolen by Collins. That one goes. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Oh, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Cantor typically plays with a high activity level.
Here's Morris. And Bull wide open. He shoots. The Nuggets with another miss. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And the basket by McCollum.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
It's Rivers on the wing. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
But see, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. To the middle, and stolen by Bull. And now the Nuggets, fast break. That one good for 2. Bull's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bull making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
And the basket by McCollum.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Portland was looking great right away. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice moments. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. Passes to Simons. Clock at 6. Back to Collins. Count it. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Gordon kicks to Jokic. Barton wide open. He fires. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
In the corner, Murray with it. And the shot is long.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Murray, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Covington. Powell. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Left side, Gordon. There's Porter with the three. With the putback. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 11.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Back to Nurkic. Shoots it. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Powell, no one around him, drains the three-pointer. Powell's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And Murray, here we go. Porter. That shot, no good. Good D by Covington. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the inside. Kicks to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Gordon. To the paint, the kick out to Barton. There's Porter with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Murray against Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Portland out in front. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
3-pointer Lillard traps in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Covington. Lillard outside. He kicks to Jones. From deep 3-point range, and it's Denver with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Pass to Powell. Covington with it. Dishes it to Nurkic. She's over McGee. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist from Covington.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight with.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Morris, no good. Portland leading by 6. It's McCollum on the wing. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And it's off from 3-point range. Rivers gets a wide open look. And again, Denver no good. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Here's McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. On deep, Collins. Denver grabs the miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A 3 from Morris. It's good from long range. Morris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Right wing, and there's the pass to Simons. Anthony on the wing. Here is McGee. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Bull. Softly drops in the floater. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
Passes it to Simons. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Portland moving the ball. He gets that one.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
McGee dishes to Millsap. Kicks it to Morris. 3-pointer. Pass to Bull. It's Rivers on the wing. Bull the pass to Rivers. The 19-footer is on the money.
And for Rivers, it's about being consistent, especially when he's taking these jumpers.
Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum with the ball. Outside Anthony. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Here the 3-point line, it's McCollum. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And McCollum is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
For 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
And that's an intentional foul. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Powell finds Lillard. Well, shot off that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Can't waste any time here.
You're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
And Porter putting it right back in.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Feeds it to Nurkic. Back to Jones. Lillard looking around. There's the 3. Good.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now it's headed down to David Aldridge, standing by from the side.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now Lillard. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shoots from the line. Goes back up. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 5. At the top of the key, Powell. For the 3. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
George against Powell. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic with the steal. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Lillard with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And the rejection by Ibaka. And Lillard kicks to Powell. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic dishes to Jones. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Leonard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Nurkic can't hit. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Morris. Lillard with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Jones kicks to Lillard. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Inside, here's Covington, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Pass to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Powell dishes to Lillard. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Outside for George. From the arc. Sinks the triple. George has got 7.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard on top. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Outside, George. No good there. Good D by Jones. Foul for three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers? And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
McCollum outside. The pass to Simons. Now here's Cantor. Zubac's defending. Collins kicks to Anthony. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And there it is for him. McCollum's got 6.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Collins is running.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Jackson passes to Batum. Now Kennard. No good on the 3. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
What's better as an alley-oop partner than a man with great length and great hands? Go to work, DeMarcus.
Simons, the pass to Collins. The dish to McCollum. Shoots over Cousins. McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Cousins. Outside for Batum. Pass to Zubac. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Passes it to Simons. Kennard against McCollum. Pass to Simons. 4 on the clock. Cousins pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And here's McCollum for 3. To the inside. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. McCollum outside. And the pass to Cantor. Back to McCollum. High post try. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Here's Cousins from past the arc. Back to Kennard. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Excellent D from Cancer. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Tipped away. And it's good for two. Anthony's got his first basket.
Well, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson passes to Kennard. Now, here's Zubats. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's a 4-point Portland lead.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Jackson drives in, comes up empty down low. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 4. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Taken away by Anthony.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Jackson misses. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the lead can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Nurkic dishes to Powell. Nurkic the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard with no one around. Drains it from 17 feet out. Leonard's got his second basket of the game. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
The shot by George, wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 12 in the game.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Lillard outside. Jones, no one around him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. A second chance effort. And the layup good by Covington. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
The 3 from George. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Leonard with the bucket.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Lillard against Morris. Lillard dishes to Covington. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. 6 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And stolen by Lillard. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And here they come. Here's Jones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson from long range. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Kennard against Powell. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. For the lead, Kennard's shot is off. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They lead by 1. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And so Jones nails both of them. Now here's Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
And here's McCollum for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Collins is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Collins, good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Jackson has the open look. The Clippers get another chance here. Batum for 3. You can't get that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Anthony. Count it, and the foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, that's just the power and strength from Anthony, able to take the hit and still play through it.
Clippers trail by 3. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. And they call an illegal screen here.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Trailblazers shooting a meager 37% for the game. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Kennard for three. Stolen by Kansas. Puts it up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter. Jackson passes to Cousins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
One of the things that makes Boogie Cousins such a tough cover, he's smart, he understands how to use his size. And you talk about big-time skill, my goodness.
Portland leading by 3. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. McCollum against Kennard. McCollum kicks to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, you have to be effective in the screen and roll game if you're a big man in today's NBA. Cantor, when he's rolling with purpose, look out.
Here's Jackson. The rebound by Simon. The Trailblazers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Collins passes it to Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Fires from deep. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. And he makes that one.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's George. The shot from the low post is good.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Pass to Powell. 3-pointer. Portland no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Powell against George. Out to Ibaka. Back to George. To take the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Covington. And Jones has it in the corner. Covington finds Powell. Lillard outside. Shoots the 3. Cans it from downtown.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Back to George. The tray. And it's George again missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
To the wing right side. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Down low. Covington's shot is off. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. To the middle. Here's Morris. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a two-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Leonard, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
I love scorers who want to seek contact. Kawhi Leonard consistently in the top 20 in free throw attempts.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Covington dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. There it is, the Staples Center. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Porter. Launches a 3. Kept alive. The putback. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Now Beverley. George with the ball. Beverley the pass to Leonard. And he gets it to go. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's George following the basket by Jokic.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Murray, that time on the assist by Jokic.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Leonard. Down low. Stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. George, no good. And here's Jokic. Murray surveying the D. Jokic kicks to Porter. Shoots from the baseline, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Clippers trail by 4. Now here is George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Porter. To the paint. Martin passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. George dishes to Leonard. 1:46 left in the first. Good defense by Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Outside Leonard. Shot to stop the run. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 5.
A guy who's made only 25% on threes in college, Kawhi's range has increased as much as anyone's.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Dozier passes to Millsap, and he starts out with the miss in this one.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw good from Leonard.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Jackson passes to Zubac. Got a piece of it. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Misses the three. Denver leading by 5. To the inside. Inside. Millsap finds McGee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Jackson looking around. From outside the arc. That one doesn't drop. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's Batum in its small forward. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
To the paint, stolen by Zubac. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 5. Outside Jackson, pass to Zubac. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Kennard, the pass to Zubac.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And the Clippers have possession. Denver getting their last shot to go. And then Cousins with the dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Morris. Millsap kicks to Morris. No good from outside. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Batum passes to Zubac, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. For the Nuggets, Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee, and it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Murray outside. Rivers in the corner. For 3, Millsap. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here now the Clippers. Batum scanning the floor. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
The Nuggets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Beverly against Murray. Outside, George. Jokic with the steal. To the middle. And it's Barton atop the key. Here's Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gordon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. It's stolen by Ibaka. Denver leading by 8. Porter with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Barton wide open. He fires. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The 3 from George. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Barton outside. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. Murray against Beverly. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now Beverly still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And George kicks to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Gordon up on top. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. That doesn't go either for George.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Gordon dishes to Porter. Over George. Here's Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
An inactive player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
George way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. George has got 6.
The mechanics on Paul.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. Here's Millsap. Paul George making his last shot.
And I like how...
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Beverly. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Rivers passes to McGee. He dishes it to Morris. Back to McGee. Outside Millsap. Here's Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
Now, here's George. 10 points for him. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Morris with the ball. Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Everly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, the lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Dozier. Back to Rivers. Morris against Millsap. Lets the 3 fly. But they'll get another chance. McGee dishes to Millsap. Misses from short range.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
George against Barton. And George kicks to Cousins. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a wide open look for Porter. They get it again.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. 1:10 left to play in the 3rd. To stop the run. And it's Leonard missing. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets leading by 10. And here is Murray. 7 points in the game. And Barton throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Porter against Leonard. To the left wing. Cousins, no one around him. And the Clippers miss again.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout or do you let your guys try to fight through it? Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jackson passes to Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Jackson from long range. And so it's Denver up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Zubac finds Leonard. Millsap with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now, here's Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Rivers passes to Dozier. Leonard with the steal. With the tip.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Morris dishes to Rivers. They double him with George. Millsap down low. Defended by Beverly. And here's Morris for 3. The shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Now, here is George. Guarded closely. Here's Leonard. Out to Morris with the shot. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
There's the pass to Morris. Down low, Millsap. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Wow, that was a nice athletic roll out of the screen. Ibaka moves with tremendous ease.
Now, here is Morris. Down low, McGee. Banked in off the glass. And that's now 6 points for JaVale McGee.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
1:56 left to play in the final quarter. A 3 from Morris. Rebound by the Clippers.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. To the middle, out to the right wing. Millsap kicks to Morris. Passes to McGee. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
George against Rivers. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Morris against Beverly. Pass to Millsap. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Morris outside. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Paul George.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Now here's Barton. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Murray. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
It's George on the wing. Barton defending. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target with the open look. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Jokic. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
So the Nuggets win it. This was a very strong showing for him. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's good. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Covington in at the power forward position. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Lillard. Back to Powell. Passes it to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. There's Porter with the 3. A 3 ball. Rebound by Nurkic.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Powell, no one around him, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And good that time.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard looking around and stolen by Gordon. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Powell with the steal. Lillard with it, out guarded by Barton. Lillard against Barton. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Tries it from 9. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 6 points.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Jones, and Porter comes to help. Pass to Powell. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Powell's got a couple of 3s now in the first for Portland.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Lots of room. Again, the Nuggets score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Nurkic following the basket by Jokic. Nurkic in the post. Good defense by Jokic.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Here is Lillard after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Left side, Covington. The pass to Powell. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. 3-point lead. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jokic. Hits the jump hook.
Love the floor spacing with this offense because Jokic at the center can move the ball just about anywhere you want. Now he's attacking the paint.
Now here's Lillard. And here's Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. To the paint. Just 4 to shoot. Covington finds Powell. Off the run, he gets it in there. Powell's got 8. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Murray outside. And stolen by Lillard. Got it off in time. That shot no good. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a pop.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Morris. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers, and it's Dozier in at the small forward spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now, here is Morris. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Denver.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pass to Canner. McCollum outside. And Portland again with the bucket.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Now, here is Morris. 5 points in the game. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Here's Anthony. McGee with the block. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Denver leading by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Morris. Kicks it to McGee. Back to Morris from deep. Again the miss by Morris. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. The wing jumper off target.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
McGee, that's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. McGee's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets. The Trailblazers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. McCollum outside. Inside. Collins, good.
Even with the defense all over him, Collins sticking with it.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Morris dishes to Rivers. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Stolen by Cantor. McCollum against Rivers. McCollum passes to Collins. Cantor dishes to Collins. A 3 from McCollum. Fires the 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Nice strength shown there by Enes Kanter, showing real muscle. Whenever the defense is trying to get physical with him, he has an answer.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. A nice shot by Simons.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Dozier. No points in the game yet for him. Rivers can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Carmelo. Cantor kicks to Anthony. McCollum deciding where to go with it. There's the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Dozier. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. To the middle. Here's Simons. Here's Collins. Basket counts. And now a three-point Trailblazer lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The pass to Millsap. Here's Dozier. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Fires the three. But they get it back. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. They grab their own miss. And they pick up two. Cantor's got 5 points now this quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Here's Dozier. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a rope. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just one in the basket from Gordon. Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. Simons, the pass to McCollum. And the basket is good. McCollum's got his second basket.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Gordon. He lobs it up.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
The Trailblazers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%.
Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Passes it to Covington. To the inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Basket good. Nurkic has got his first points of the game. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out in a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Wait, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now Murray, after the miss three from Damian Lillard. Now Powell, 8 points for him. Dishes it to Nurkic. Pass to Jones. Lillard outside. From deep. Here's Covington, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. .146 left in the third quarter of the game. For the three. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Covington wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Porter kicks to Gordon. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Murray's got 11 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Murray against Lillard. He feeds it to Covington. Back to Lillard from downtown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. For the lead. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. Lillard against Murray. It's good.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Murray dishes to Gordon. Covington with the steal. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell's got room. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Murray with it. Here's Jokic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Gordon out there with Rivers. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. All going up court. Here's Gordon. It's deflected. Here's Simons. Pass to McCollum. Now Cantor. Let's go. McCollum, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
It's good on the putback.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And there's the pass to McGee. He kicks to Rivers. The three. McGee, the pass to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Monte Morris is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Here's Dozier, covered by Anthony. Morris, no good. Portland leading. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, using that lengthy frame right there to draw contact. McCollum really baits the defender into committing that foul.
And so he hits both. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And here's Rivers. Feeds it to Millsap. Back to Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
Aggressive move off the dribble. You could see the confidence growing right now for Austin Rivers.
The Trailblazers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. McCollum right side. Four on the shot clock. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the wide open shot from Morris. Hits it from three-point range.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the opening.
Passes it to Anthony. It's picked off. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here's Murray. Shoots over Lillard, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Pass to Powell. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now, here's Jokic. Murray surveying the D. Pocket 6. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Lillard. Porter against Jones. Lillard outside. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Murray outside. He dishes it to Gordon. Unloads from 13. Yep, that one goes in there. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
Lillard outside. The feed to Nurkic. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Now, here's Porter. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Lillard with it. Out guarded by Barton. And Lillard gets double teamed. Kicks it out to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From deep three-point range. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Pass to Murray. 12 seconds left in the game. To the paint. Now, Jokic. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.